everybody, this is Bernie from Stampin' and welcome back to another Friday card making session with me. A bit of a tongue twister with that one. So today I thought that I would show you this gorgeous bundle that I absolutely fell in love with at our onstage demonstrator event that we had towards the end of 2021. And that's just also another perk of being a demonstrator, is that you get to have insights into things that are coming out in the catalogue before the public get to know it. And one of the ladies there demonstrated the Happy Hedgehog Bundle. Now this is a photopolymer stamp set, and it also comes with the the light on that one comes with the Hedgehog Punch, and I absolutely fell in love with the cuteness of it, with the whimsicalness of it. And I think what really attracted me to it is that I have a young granddaughter, and I also have a grandson as well. And these are just such characters that just would appeal to if you've got young little ones in your life, or even if you are young at heart. So I just loved it. I loved the mushrooms, I loved the butterflies, I just loved everything about it. So the card that we're going to make today is actually just a little note card, a 3x3 note card, and I wanted to do this on purpose to show you how easy it is, A, to use up scrap cardstock, but also how you can take something that is maybe a bit of a more detailed card and downsize it to a note card. So I'm going to teach this card in a class later on in a few weeks time, but I thought I would just quickly downsize it to a note card size. So what I did on this card is slightly different to what I did on the other card, so you're not going to get entirely the same look. But I first started by using the tree stamp on there. So you're going to need some cardstock, 6 inches by 3, scored at 3 to give you a nice square card. And they also come with white envelopes that are 3 by 3 inches, so we'll decorate those as well. And all of this is available on my online store. You can click on the link and you can add that to the cart. So I'm going to be using Pool Party, and the stamp is a photopolymer stamp, so I will need, I've just chucked my blending pens down. You will need a mat on which to stamp, so I just want to get that in the camera. And so you ink up your photopolymer stamp, and I'm going to just position the tree over there, and I'll just come in and do a bit of second generation stamping. I'm going to leave that, even though it didn't come out really strong. I'm still going to leave that. Just move that out the way. And then with a piece of scrap basic white cardstock, you can then use your blending brush and just blend in some blue, and then I used the stitched rectangle dies to cut out a rectangle, so that's going to go over there. Then using the hedgehog, now there are 2 hedgehog stamps. The one I just want to show you, I'll remove this. The one hedgehog goes in that direction, and the other hedgehog goes in, the one hedgehog faces that way, and the other little hedgehog has got a little bit of an upturned snout, and that's the one we're going to use. So we just put those back, and I've already stamped it using my Memento black ink, but I wanted to show you how I got that blended look. So I am using my ivory blending pen, and I'm using my bronze pen, and I am using my color lifter. Now I do apologize if the light is slightly different. I normally record these on a morning, but I've been a bit busier this morning than what I anticipated, so I didn't get to doing it. So I'm just going around the edge with the dark, with the bronze. I'm going to use the pin top to do his little feet, his little ears, and then I'm just pulling in the dark, pulling in the bronze from the ivory. And you can decide if you want to do it darker first or lighter first. It really doesn't matter. But just keep going over it until you see those distinct lines have blurred. Alright, so I'm happy with that. Now, when I looked at photos online of hedgehogs, the eyes, the area around the eyes and their tummy was a bit lighter. So that's what I'm going to do. So when you use a color lifter, just make sure you wait a little bit so that you don't get a pooled, smudgy color. So I'm going to come in there, and I'm just going to sort of lighten it in blotches on his tummy. And remember, if you've lifted it too much, you can always go back in, which I think I'm just going to do a bit with that. Just go in a little bit with that. Now, using the tip, I'm now going to just do little flicks for his fur, or his quills rather. He doesn't have fur. These little quills. Now the hedgehog that faced the other direction, the punch fits him, but this little guy, the punch doesn't fit. I'm just going to come a little bit more on the edge again and just do his ear and his ear. So you are going to need to fussy cut this little guy out. Using your paper snips. And of course, if you don't like fussy cutting, you could always just stamp the other hedgehog and then just stamp him out. I had actually originally done that other hedgehog, but it just didn't seem to fit on for the design of this card that I wanted to achieve. So okay, so we've got our little hedgehog. Perfect. So he is going to go over there. The next thing we need to do is stamp our mushroom. And the mushroom can also just be done on a bit of scrap. Again, using Memento Black. So just going to ink that up on a bit of scrap. And I will clean that using my chamois. And for the mushroom, I've used Cherry Cobbler, the light and the dark, and I've used my white pen, so the chalk marker. So with this one, I'm using the fine tip to go around. So I'm just going to go around the mushroom, around the edge, just highlight some of those gills, and then I'm just going to go carefully around those little spots, those what's going to be the fairy dots. So this shouldn't really take you that long to whip up. This is a nice little card if you want to attach it to some chockies and you don't really want to go to the effort of doing a massive card. I love making little 6x6 cards. Sorry, I keep saying that, 3x3s. Just as nice little backups to have. And I'm just going in here with the darker edge just to add a little bit of definition. Now with my chalk marker, I'm coming into the gills and I'm going down the stem of the mushroom, and I'm making those white dots white. I just want them a bit more pronounced. What you will notice with a chalk marker, it actually comes alive a little bit later, so you just have to give it a few minutes. Then with my ivory pen side again, I'm just going to come on those lines and just give that some definition. Okay, and then we can use Mossy Meadow for the grass on the bottom. And again, you just need to fussy cut this. So let's go around. I usually buy bundles that have dies, so it's quite unusual for me to buy a bundle with a punch, but this is really adorable, and so I'm quite happy to fussy cut the things that I need to. Okay, so that's our mushroom that's done. So that's going to go there, that's going to go there, that's going to be our hedgehog. Now I have prepared the sentiment ahead of time, so what I did was I used the layering circle dies, the very small one over there. I white embossed thank you, and I used that sentiment from the very versatile stamp set, so it's that thank you. So have a look at what you have in your stash, and you can always mix and match things. So this rectangle I'm going to put on dimensionals. I'm just going to do them, oops. So this is a very quick card to whip up. The longest I think will take us to actually do the blending. My little mushroom, I'm going to put just one dimensional at the back there. My little hedgehog, he's going to get a couple, maybe 3. I think we'll get away with 3. And he's going to go over here. Then my thank you, I'm just actually going to put that flat. But before I do that, I am going to stamp on the card that little butterfly in Memento Black again. So I'm positioning where I think I want my thank you, and then I'm bringing my butterfly in next to it. And with the butterfly, I've chosen to use pink, and I've gone with light flirty flamingo, just to bring some girliness into it. And then I'm doing the dark on the tip of the wings, just bringing that in a bit. And then I'm going to bring in the pink, the light, one more time, and just pull that through. Okay, and now using my green glue, I'm going to glue that down just there. I see I've got a bit of Memento Black there. That's a pity. Okay, now I'm going to put some gems. So I'm using the In Color gems. I'm going to use the Bumblebee one. So that's going to go over here on the thank you. And polished pink, I'm going to put them on the tip in the middle of the flowers. And just like that, we've got a little note card to say thank you. And with the little envelope, I thought, if I can just find it, I thought I would just do a polished pink tree, which there it is. So I'll just stamp a little bit of that tree and pop it on the side of the envelope so that we don't have a naked envelope. And there you have a gorgeous little note card that you can give to a friend, a little person in your life, or anybody that loves whimsical characters. So I hope that's inspired you. Pushed all my stuff away. Hope that's inspired you, and I would love it if you enjoyed this to subscribe, click the bell button so that you get any notifications. Remember, all my projects go up on my website with all the things that I use to make it. You are welcome to follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and I'm on Pinterest as well. And remember, this is still during the celebration period, and if you're watching this in South Pacific, we have an extension of 2 weeks from the rest of the world because we had a delay in getting all our stock. So if you do purchase any of these items that total $110 New Zealand, excluding shipping or more, you will be able to choose a free celebration gift. And also, if you want to join my team, if you're not already a part of a team, or if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be that demonstrator for you. So that's all I have to say today. It's been wonderful stamping with you, and remember, until we meet again, stamp, eat, sleep, repeat. Bye!